Does it feel like you are stuck in a rut? Like you should be following some kind of life purpose, some meaning, some value in your life, something bigger than you. But maybe you don't know what it is, and maybe even if you do know what it is, you just don't know how to get it started. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about life purpose concerns, a little bit about why people don't do it, and some ideas on how to get it started for you. So a lot of my work is surrounded by people who want to actually fulfill some kind of life purpose. They know they're here for some greater purpose, some way of giving back to their community or the world at large, but they just seem to be following this lifestyle that is not conducive to that seems to be smaller, more mundane, more stuck in a rut. So they'll come to me with these kind of questions. They will ask, what am I supposed to be doing with my life? How am I supposed to get it started? What I've found over doing this and actually following my own life purpose is that I truly understand why it can be tricky to follow your life purpose. Because for most of my clients, they are between, say, 35 to 55, and they've been following some kind of lifestyle, a repeating year every year with slight alterations. Now they want to start following this life purpose, some greater meaning. It can be very tricky for the individual because, for example, if we're trying to follow a career path, something that gives meaning, like for me it's being of service to people, in this kind of helping industry. Now, to get this whole thing started is a process in itself. And I feel the reason why most people are not willing to follow their life purpose is for one main reason, which has a few reasons underneath it. And that is that you are going to face and have to embrace pretty much all your fears. You will have to face the fear of failure, the fear of criticism, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of not being perfect, the fear of not getting it right. You're going to face and embrace these kind of things on a daily basis. You see, when you have the comfort of a job, your boss and managers and all of them have figured all this stuff out. So that's why you pretty much don't get paid what you're worth, because all the hard work has actually been done. You're there to provide a service for them to help them solve some kind of a problem, and they pay you what they think you're worth, which is not your actual worth. But when you take control of your own life, it changes everything. You are accountable for your actions. And when you follow your path, whatever career decision you try and make, maybe you'll have to start from the beginning. Maybe you'll have to do more courses. Maybe you'll have to get more certificates and degrees. Who knows? Whatever the case is. Either way, you'll have to get to that point of actually starting, of actually dealing with people and real problems that people are presenting you with. And I can guarantee you now, you are going to make mistakes. You're going to fail plenty. You may face criticism from loved ones as well. You may go the wrong way. You may choose the wrong path. You may actually fail completely at all of this. But this is the thing, is that when you become a trailblazer in your own life, you will face these things and you will triumph over it. You see, we've been so indoctrinated to think that failure is a bad thing, but I can guarantee you now that these trailblazers, these entrepreneurs, these successful people have gone into failure and faced it and learnt incredible lessons from it. I always imagine that failure is a great teacher who's come to teach me lessons. It always hurts to fail. It always hurts to make mistakes. But if I have gained anything from this, it is showing me that it's asking me, what can I learn from this? So once the feelings of these difficult circumstances start to subside a little, I will ask myself, okay, what can I learn from this? And if I can learn something from it, I take immediate action to try and fix those areas where I may have had a blind spot or where I may have gone wrong. The other part of following your true purpose is you're going to start at the bottom. This can be such a challenging thing, especially if you've been following a career for the last 10 to 20 years. Starting right at the bottom. You'll be starting not only at the bottom, but you'll be starting at the bottom knowing that your competitors have probably been in this industry and this game for many years. But you're going to do it anyway. And the thing is, you won't have that sense of trust that from clients. You won't be able to have a proper working product just yet. You won't be reliable. This stuff will have to be gained with time, no matter what industry you go into. What I've learned as well from the hardships of getting something started is it is beautiful in the sense that most people want to get into something to make a quick buck. They think, well, if everyone's making money in this industry, I should just get in on it and I'll make money. And then they're surprised when it falls flat. Because it takes time. It takes time to get good at your craft. You have to make these mistakes. You have to see lots of clients. You have to create lots of projects. You have to be in this thing for a long stretch of time to get any traction with it. And I think through this process, it filters out those people who just want to make a quick buck. The people who last in these kind of ventures in life deserve the success they get because they've sacrificed. There's something in us that doesn't want us to go towards pain. And it's good. I mean, we don't want to walk over glass on an average day because it will hurt us. But for most people, we also don't want to go into this vast unknown of this new part of life, this new venture, this new career. Because anything that is unknown in that part of us will say, this is dangerous, don't go there. For the few that are brave enough to go there, they will be facing this feeling on an ongoing basis. And I'm not sure if it ever really lets up. You just kind of get used to being comfortable in the uncomfortable. So I don't know if you've seen these diagrams which shows the average person looking at success and it just seems like the straight line. But the actual progress of success is just lots of squiggles going this way and that way and getting many things wrong all the time. And it's from getting all those things wrong and learning from all that stuff that you eventually get to that point of success. You see, we are natural problem solvers. Your idea of finding that purpose in life is to solve a problem. You've noticed that there's problems in this world and you feel that you can somehow solve them. Now this is the thing. In theory, we learn how to solve these problems, but in practicality, there is a real problem we are addressing. Real people, real problems that need real solutions. And it doesn't mean it needs to be a perfect solution. It needs to be a workable solution that may be improved over time. So I know I may be rambling on a little bit, but it is important to understand why people struggle to follow their life purpose. Why it can be very challenging and why it is important to embrace these challenges. Now there is one thing I must address is this need to be a certain kind of proficient person to get your life purpose going. Now I understand sometimes you do need certificates, diplomas and degrees to get started. But there does come a point when you do know enough. And you have to make that decision for yourself. Another course is not going to help. You have to just jump in at the deep end wherever you can and get going with it. Start making those mistakes. And along the way, you can upgrade your services and skill set by taking on different certificates and diplomas and degrees. But there does come a point where you have to pull that trigger and you have to be brave enough to go for it. So I know this is maybe not what you would want to hear. You want to hear that, I'm going to follow my life purpose and everything's just going to work out dandy, and it will. But no one said it's supposed to be easy. I don't know why we all think it, but that's the gift of hope and the burden of hope as well, because when we are faced with reality, the rawness of reality, we see the difference between the dream and reality. So if you want to follow your life purpose, if you know you were born to do something more with your life, I would encourage you to not drop what you are doing currently. If, for example, you are working for a big company, learn how the company works. Learn how their ins and outs work. You can gain a lot of value from your current workspace, no matter what it is, whether it comes to marketing, leadership styles, HR, PR, whatever it is. Learn from them because your current reality is there, so do as much as you can to gain the most from it. Then start looking for a little side project. I would encourage you not to dump what you currently have for the hopes of something better. Keep what you currently have. Start something on the side. And once they start to balance each other and the other one maybe starts to kind of take over, then start considering if you want to make that change. But this takes a long time as well. You got to iron out a lot of stuff before you can make these leaps. And yes, you can make that leap straight away, but I promise you, it can be very challenging, especially when you still got bills to pay and responsibilities. Following your life purpose takes a lot of dedication. It can take anywhere between 5 to 10 years to actually see good progress with this. And I know that can feel disheartening because we want everything now, but look at your current life. Look how much you've had to learn in the space that you are now and how slow that progress of learning can be. The thing is that time is going to pass. 10 years will pass. And if you start something now and in 10 years you're still doing it, I can guarantee you your life will be vastly different. Vastly different. So I'm just touching on a very big subject, but I'm really hoping that this can help stimulate your thinking, your mindset, and help you to start spotting opportunities where you may not have seen anything before. I know that everyone deserves the life that they are looking for, including myself. And what I do know from that, it is my responsibility to create that life. Because if I don't take charge of that, then nothing will change. I can tell you now, if this year seems to be pretty much the same as last year, then next year will be pretty much the same as this year, and it's going to go on and on and on. You have to be brave enough to face yourself and to face these challenges that you will experience along the way. But it is beautiful once you get it right. I can promise you now, it will change your life for the better. So I'd encourage you to embrace this, to go for it, to just even put your mindset where it needs to be. I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you still haven't subscribed to my videos, please click the subscribe button below and the little bell for the notifications. See you later.